Star Wars Headquarters, your #1 source for everything Star Wars. Subscribe today on YouTube and visit us at StarWarsHQ.com.
Imperial Walker has been taken out.
Why hello there my fellow Star Wars fanatics, what's up, it's Robbie with Star Wars HQ and I am back from E3 and yes, I had a chance to go hands-on, that is, I had a chance to play Star Wars freaking Battlefront. I got to play the Walker Assault mode and the cooperative mode, which was just amazing. I will have full impressions of that in a later video, you guys can look forward to that right here on Star Wars HQ of course. And our giveaway is coming up. We will be announcing the winner very, very shortly. But in this video, we're going over details about the heroes and villains, more specifically, how exactly they play their power-ups, and what you can expect in terms of controls and stuff like that. We're going over Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett, and this is all thanks to the official EA Star Wars website, so we're going to dive straight in right now. But remember, you can always use the description below to skip ahead to the hero or villain you seek. So if you want to learn about Boba Fett, you can do that right now. So we're going to start out with the more generic details about heroes and villains and how they play out and what modes they may be included in. So heroes and villains, as you may already know, are activated by power-ups. You're going to have to go on the battlefield and fight over these power-ups. May the best man win their hero or villain and really go to town on the battlefield and take out a ton of opponents. Now, some modes will actually limit your time with those heroes and villains, so it's likely we will be seeing a time limit to make the experience more fair. So I wouldn't expect to be roaming around as Luke Skywalker for 10 minutes or something like that. Your time will be limited, it seems. And for those of you wondering about balance and stuff like that, they said that balance is absolutely their top priority with heroes and villains, which is so good to hear because as you may know, Battlefront 2 was not the most balanced game out there. It was fun, but in terms of heroes and villains, it really was not fair in any way. But, you know, also on the other side of things, not all modes will showcase heroes and villains. So if you wanted to break from them, you can hop into a mode without them, it seems, so that is really good news. So now on to the specifics. We're going to start out with Luke Skywalker. You guys saw his epic entrance in the trailer. Now he's going to be more of our acrobatic, fast hero in the game. He's going to have fast attacks and heavy attacks. The heavy attacks will offer a wide arc which can hit multiple enemies with one swing, so that's pretty badass. His force powers include Force Push and Saber Rush. Now, Saber Rush is going to allow you to get up close and personal with the other villain or the poor stormtroopers that are on the battlefield. So it's going to be really important to get in there against other villains like Darth Vader or, more specifically, Boba Fett. Yes, but what about the dark side? Well, Darth Vader, of course, is in the game. He's going to be slower moving, much like the original Battlefront. As you remember, he was pondering the battlefield, waiting to kill people. He was just so intimidating. Now, because of this, his reach is going to be long, thanks to his Force abilities, especially his Force Choke. And I was always wondering if they were going to include the ability to throw your lightsaber like a boomerang like we saw in the original Battlefront. Yes, that will be returning in Darth Vader's arsenal, so that's really awesome to hear. I was thrilled by that because that was my go-to move, guys, in Battlefront 2, so it's great to see it back here. So when I was on the show floor at E3 and I got to try Battlefront, I loved the jetpacks. They were so awesome. They added so much to the experience. They really got you up high on those vertical spaces where you can really take advantage of long-distance combat. Well, it appears that if you like this sort of gameplay, you will want to play as Boba Fett. He will be focused heavily on gadgets and vertical movement thanks to his jetpack. He also uses an E-33 carbine rifle, but, you know, it doesn't stop there. He has wrist launchers, which can launch rockets and really cause a mass amount of devastation on the battlefield. So he's really about getting up high and causing chaos from a distance, but he does have up close and personal attacks, which include the flamethrower. You guys remember this from the original Battlefront. This thing was badass and it has returned in a big way. So you really don't have to be afraid. You can use your jetpack, propel yourself forward into the crowds, and really spray enemy with some fire. So if you're like me, you're probably wondering how it will play out when Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker faces off on the battlefield. We get an idea of what to expect from lightsaber versus lightsaber combat. That makes sense. But with Boba Fett versus Luke Skywalker, they're described as a mouse and cat type game. That's what I remember from the original Battlefronts. I imagine a ton of laughing going on when this happens. But you're going to be required as Boba Fett to really keep your distance from someone like Luke Skywalker. And then with Luke Skywalker, you're going to want to use your saber rush and propel yourself forward and try to catch up with him. Use your force push, knock him to the ground, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to do this on these maps like Hoth and stuff. I just see it being a total blast once again to jump in that. And they, end their article by saying that balance is absolutely key when dealing with every single hero and villain. They have considered balance as the top priority, and that was something I really wanted to hear about. I'm so glad that that is their top priority with heroes and villains. But guys, there you have it. Heroes and villains in Star Wars Battlefront are returning, and they look amazing. Let me know who you will be playing as in the brand new game when it finally releases November 17th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed this update, and I'm really looking forward to sitting with Ryan and giving my impressions about Star Wars Battlefront. You can look forward to that very soon. But guys, as always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.